Hey Nomads, thanks so much for tuning into this video where I'm going to do what's called a listen and react. I'm going to be playing little snippets of this song, and the purpose is not to listen to the song, although you should go do that because it's an amazing song. But this is not, I'm not going to play it in its entirety. I'm going to be playing it little parts at a time. So if you don't want the song to be interrupted, if you don't want to hear kind of a breakdown and analysis of what's going on, this is not the video for you. But if you are interested in that, then by all means, please tune in. So let me run my theme song, and then we'll play the actual good music with this Radiohead classic, My Iron Lung, from my, it's hard to say what album is my favorite, but The Bends is way up there in terms of my favorite albums, and certainly my favorite Radiohead album. So theme song, and then we'll come right back at you. A band with just one dude, no reason to fret. I'll play with myself, it's Nate's one-man duet. Yeah. All right, can't wait for this. I love this album, as I've said. So let's give a listen. I'm going to kind of break down some of the things that I'm hearing as a musician and just as someone who loves music. So yeah, let's get going. So already, I mean, just such a great composition. And the recording has this really almost, I'm going to use a negative word, but I don't mean it in a negative way. It's got this like grating quality to it. And it's so impactful. But it also sounds like there's some notes that are kind of droning on in the background. So I would be interested to see how these guys are playing it, because they've got three guys who play guitar and other instruments. So it would be interesting to see which of them is kind of playing what parts. So, yeah, neat little intro right off the bat. So the drums and the bass come in. The bass has got this really full, fat sound, and it's doing that, on like quarter notes, doop, 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 doop. And it just really does a lot to drive the song. Also, I was talking about some of those drone notes. That really kind of picks up in that part as well, and just really provides this really cool kind of soundscape for the song. So rewind a little bit. Here we go. And then Tom's voice, I mean, just incredible. He's got this really high, like silky voice that just so awesome. The juxtaposition from this really full sound behind him that he can get like really, it's almost like sensitive, right? It's very tender, and just, it's so incredible. I love this band. So I suspect they're using some sort of like an ebow, which is a device that you put on a string that gives it that permanent sustain, right? So you hear that, and you could do it on a keyboard, but I strongly suspect it's on a guitar in this case. So pretty cool. Yeah, so again, you get that drony note, and then I love that guitar part, dup, dup, dup. It adds that like syncopation, he's doing like almost like little triplet hits. So effective, and these guys are so great. Any band where you have three guitar players, it's hard to like come up with distinctive parts for them all to play, but this band does it just perfectly. This song is really a study in like ebbs and flows, right? You kind of heard it building up right towards that part, and then it kind of crests and then drops a little bit as it goes back into this music interlude. it's so interesting, the kind of the waves that are happening of intensity. So again, you got the drums kind of keeping a pretty steady thing, the bass doing that nice driving part, then you have the drony notes, and then you have that really grating guitar doing the kind of lead voicings of playing like an arpeggio through a chord. It's really super cool arrangements. Ookie, play. So interestingly, like that, as that part came in, there's a guitar that's fairly distorted that kind of hits a whole note and that rings out. And then that little syncopated triplet part comes in too. Again, such great arrangements, such brilliant use of multiple musicians. This part is so great, right? I mean, it's just like, it builds to this point of like chaos, but it's rocking, and it is rhythmic, you know, it's not just chaotic where everybody goes off the rails, and then the vocal gets this like almost indecipherable, you know, he is singing some lyrics, which I honestly didn't know until I typically don't look at like, what is this, music, Apple Music, and follow along with the lyrics. But I did. I was like, oh, like he's saying something there. I'd always heard the noise that the vocals kind of occupy that space, but never was able to decipher what he was saying. So, but yeah, man, this part just rocks. It's so good. And then again, in that study of, you know, waves of intensity, it's going to drop down in such a great way. Play. So it's almost like the the aftershocks of like a big storm or an earthquake or something, right? Like there's just this kind of rumbly that's kind of ringing out, and then it drops back into that groove, and in a way that's almost like comforting, right? Like you just had this really intense, chaotic piece, and then it like gives you a moment to breathe, and then goes back to that like tried and true steady piece here. Again, just such masterful composition. So interestingly, those drone notes are gone now, and now it's just a fairly clean guitar doing some of that arpeggio slash like picking out lead melodic stuff with the bass and the drums, and then the lyrics, obviously. So I think there's three distinct parts. I do think there is a drone note that kind of came in as that was building up to that part. And then there's a guitar again that's holding out these kind of whole notes, and he's doing a little bit of a like pre-strum, like da-ga-dum. And then there's then there's the little triplet part. So it's the drone note, the whole note, and then those little syncopated triplets. Again, such a great soundscape that they have for this part. riff, that guitar riff, is so, I mean, in some ways it's simplistic, but it's so damn brilliant. I love these guys. If you've watched my channel at all, you probably know that already. So here's a great example why. I think one of the things that I like most about this band is that the lead guitar, he's not doing anything, like it sounds like it's from a different planet, you know, but I've actually seen him live. I've seen some people cover some of this, and like when you see it, you're like, oh yeah, it is. It's your tried and true kind of rock scales and that, but there's just something so inventive about his playing. Again, it feels like it's from another planet. You feel like you're just listening to something completely foreign and new, like in the best and most exciting ways. And yet, I think because it's rooted in the familiar, he's able to kind of occupy that space where it's like, you can rock with it, but you can also go like, whoa, that's different. That's Johnny Greenwood. Genius. This part's so good. This part is so great, right? It's got those drone notes that are so distorted that they're like on the verge of feeding back, if not overtly feeding back. And then this really kind of weird ascending chord and scale mixed with the lyrics and the way the vocals are. I just love this part. It's like building this sense of foreboding, and you're going to hear that the vocals kind of build that too, and then it's going to hit this crescendo. It's so good.
And if you're frightened, you can be frightened. You can be
That's some of that otherworldly, like, you know, when like it is, yeah, those are normal scales, but there's just something about the way it's delivered and the way he plays. I mean, I think he's an alien. I think he's not of this world, not of this planet, right? I'm kidding, but am I? Am I? And it really sounds like at the end of that song, it's like they are losing their minds. You know, the lyrics are kind of unhinged and the guitar playing is unhinged. It's so Radiohead. Please go on tour again, because I've only been able to see you once, and I would love to be able to do it again. So anyways, that's this song. I'm going to do a little outro here, turn the volume down. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed listening to this. I hope you like this song as much as I do. And most of all, thanks guys so much for watching this and any other videos that you check out on my site. I appreciate you being here. I hope you enjoy it. And until next time, we'll see you around. You're driving me away. This isn't blind karaoke. Knock it off.